Hello, my name is Ali, and today we'll be speaking about the biggest IT outage businesses have had for quite a while. So, in this video, we'll be looking at the details, the CEOs, the story, what happened, how could have this been avoided, and we'll be looking at the stock price of that certain business that did all of this. Let's go. What happened? CrowdStrike is a pretty well-known company. The company pushes an update and a lot of businesses and computer crashed, anything from airlines, stock exchanges, and a lot more. So was there a cybersecurity attack? This is what we're going to be talking about in this video. And then we'll be going into the details of what the experts are saying about this. So I want to start with what the company is. The company runs cybersecurity operation where they have a platform called Falcon. Falcon is software that you install on Windows, on Linux, and is supposed to protect you from cybersecurity attacks in real time. The company even works with the US government for cybersecurity investigation. They actually became famous back in 2014 for undercovering the cyber espionage group Fancy Bear, which is linked to the Russian intelligence. And since then, the company became public back in 2019 on the NASDAQ. We'll be actually looking at the impact on the financial bit on this business since it's publicly traded and we have access to this data. But let's start with what really happened. According to their CEO, today was not a security or cyber incident. Our customers remain fully protected. We understand the gravity of the situation and are deeply sorry for the inconvenience. So basically, he's saying that their customers are fully protected. That's kind of true. If you got the update that they pushed out, which is buggy code, basically, you cannot open your computer right now. If you're on Windows, then you are stuck. You need to follow the instructions, which is going into safe mode, deleting some files. And for most regular people that are not IT experts, this is really difficult to do. And they probably need to just hand in their computer to have their IT department fix that for them. And he also was backed by the CEO of Microsoft. He said that yesterday CrowdStrike released an update that began impacting IT systems globally. They're aware of the issue and they're working closely with CrowdStrike. Microsoft and their CEO are kind of remaining a little bit silent right now because, they're kind of making the attention go to CrowdStrike. The impact is mainly on Windows computers, and it is due to the way Windows handles this type of stuff. The same buggy code was pushed out to Linux and Mac computers, but they were completely fine because the way they operate completely different than Windows computers. So this is interesting. I personally stopped using Windows many years ago when I got my hands on my first Linux computer, and then I found out that I could boot within 3-4 seconds and have it run 24/7 without stop, without lagging for weeks or months. This is when I got to know about the Linux terminals is way superior than Windows, and it's just more robust, so it doesn't crash as easily. So who did it? Who did this update? Who wrote this code? There is this meme that is trending around that there's this guy called Vincent. He had his first day at CrowdStrike and he pushed a little update, took lunch, and then, everything came rumbling and crashing. This is, of course, not true. The guy is, let's say, a fake news advocate. He has a pretty cool content. He generated this image actually with AI. You could see he has like a little hand. It's not really proportional with the rest of his body, and you could see that he has also a horn. So it kind of gives you indication that this image was manipulated with. And you could see his response here where he's talking about how he broke the internet with his little meme. So this meme has gotten 10.9 million views so far. The video explaining why he did it and how he did it and so much is explained there. So I want to talk about the fix. Is this fixed now? Is there something that you can do if you are affected by this? According to Microsoft, they have pushed a resolution of how you can fix this issue. I'll just walk you through the resolution. If you're Windows 11, you go boot into safe mode. You might need to enter some security key to unlock. And then after that, you need to restart and just put in this command and then navigate to this folder and delete this file. So that's pretty much it. If you do that, then you're good. Most people probably would need to deliver it to their IT, but for those of you that are technical, you could probably fix it yourself. So how was CrowdStrike financially affected by this? Let's look at their stock price. So basically on the day of the incident, on the 19th, they were trading about $342. And now as of recording this video, they're back at $304. So it's a drop of about $38 or 11.2%. So it's a pretty big impact if you compare this to what the companies of the NASDAQ usually do not get impacted like this within a small incident. So this has impacted the company financially. It has also made everyone, including me, question the company's procedures in pushing code and shipping code. And this is what I want to spend the last part of the video speaking about. How did this even happen? Don't they have mechanisms in place to keep you protected when they push code? Don't they test the code, or they just ship it out? This is where I'm going to refer to someone from Twitter that has a deep explanation on this. They're experts in the matter, and I want to just give a few of my thoughts on it. So Dr. Millen, he is basically a software development expert. He has high performance coaching, and he builds great products apparently with great teams. So really interesting guy. I like his explanation. So to be non-technical on it, I like the graph he has, and it's basically speaking about different ways where you, instead of shipping code to millions of computers, you can do, for example, A/B testing. And this is where instead of pushing the code to all of the computers at the same time, you can do 15%, introduce them to the new feature, test, check the feedback, and then push the rest. So with A/B testing, you can direct the client in real time, basically different versions of the product, and then you can do the testing. So this is mostly used in big corporations. It is used in financial sector and in all critical systems. And it's kind of surprising that CrowdStrike, which is a pretty big company with, let's see here, 9,000 employees, don't have this infrastructure in place where an automated update was not tested and it crashed all those computers. It just shows you how little testing they do. And it is quite sad to see a company such as CrowdStrike fall within hours. The next coming days are probably going to be interesting for this company. Microsoft also is like, nobody's commenting on this, but mostly affects Windows computers. So you could argue that it is basically bad code on the Windows platform that did this, because it didn't happen on Linux or Mac. So these type of systems are probably superior. Maybe you should not be using a Windows server to start with, or a Windows operating system. If you found this helpful, subscribe and see you in the next one.